When's the last time you saw a switch hitter hit 50 home runs in a season? Just curious. One time, Mickey Mantle. When's the last time you saw a catcher hit 50 home runs in a season? That's right. Sorry, I can't think of one. Give me a minute. Maybe by the end of the show, we'll come up with another person in the 2 position to be at 50. And he made it just by the skin of his teeth with the season ending tomorrow. This was his second to last day to get 50 home runs. Can you imagine that we're having this conversation in August? Can you imagine we're talking about Cal Raleigh, who is fighting neck and neck with Aaron Judge to be MVP of the American League, for a Mariners team that is fighting to win the division, to supplant the dynastic Houston Astros, the home run derby champ who said, curse this. 50 home runs. He's also hit at least 20 home runs from each side of the plate. Do you know how many people have done that? Nobody. Cal Raleigh. I want to be clear to put this in perspective, what we're watching. It's late at night, but you better get used to it because we're going to be watching NBA at 11 p.m. We're going to be watching everything not on Zaslow's Lord's time zone. But if you're not watching Seattle play, it's a must-see at-bat. Cal Raleigh, a must-see at-bat. Can he get to 62 home runs and tie Aaron Judge's single-season record in the American League? Can he get to 63 home runs? Why not? It's August 26th. I was joking about the line where I said it's the last day of the season. Maybe that was lost in textlation because he's got a month to go. A 60 home run pace, 6 months, 10 home runs a month. That means reasonably he should get 10 more home runs, except he still has 5 days left in August. Do you know this is only the 3rd time in history that we've seen right now 3 or more players with 45 or more home runs before September even happens? 3rd time in history. I bet you could name one of them. Where were you in 1998? Give me steroids. Give me the reclamation of baseball post-strike. Give me McGuire and Sosa. Now, Ken Griffey, totally clean. He was there in 1998 as well, if you can remember that. So was Greg Vaughn, actually. How about the last time? 45 or more home runs, 3 players. 2001. Yeah, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, and then our friend Luis Gonzalez. 24 years later, if you had had these 3 players on your bingo card for 45 or more home runs, who would you have put? Stanton? No. Judge? No. Who? Would you have put Cal Raleigh, Shohei Ohtani, and Kyle Schwarber? It's almost impossible to believe what the numbers would be from our friends at DraftKings if you had done a futures market on 3 players. First time since 2001 to have 45 or more home runs before September 1, and then you specifically said Raleigh, Schwarber, and Ohtani. I'm taking a breath here because I want to make sure that we are properly putting into perspective what Cal Raleigh's doing. I'm not going to poo-poo designated hitters. I'm not going to poo-poo outfielders. I'm not going to poo-poo people who pitch and hit. I am going to tell you, catcher, the most important defensive position on the field. We spent years dreaming, how do we get our next catcher? Hey, we drafted a shortstop, JT Realmuto. Let's make him a catcher. We think he can be an all-star catcher. We got that one right. So many times you get it wrong. So many times you're looking in your system, you're looking to draft, then you're looking in free agency. You know you have to overpay. You're trying to develop your own. Defense first, no offense used to be excusable as a backup. Now you're just trying to find someone who can receive. The reason why the catcher is the most important player on the field should be quite apparent to anybody, even if you're not a baseball fan. It's because when you're involved in every play, that's it. That's the threshold. It doesn't matter what position it is. It's the only position that's involved in every play. Now, I could argue, and you could tell me, well, David, what about the pitcher? He's involved in every play. And I would say that's true, except it starts with the catcher. What's my prediction here? Because I do have one. Cal Raleigh is going to hit 60 home runs, but he's going to fall short of Aaron Judge's 62 because, as you know, as you get closer to 60, all of a sudden things get a little tighter. He starts swinging a little harder. And I say this from experience, and Coca, it's in my brain. In 2017, I had Stanton playing for us, the MVP. And I believe he was at 59 home runs and ended the season at 59 home runs. And I also believe that there were a bunch of games that he was at 59 left to play in the season, and he got stuck at 59. If I'm wrong, edit this out. If I'm right, it is just enforcing the idea that it's so unreal what Aaron Judge did when he got that record. Now, Aaron Judge, who he's fighting with for MVP, it's gotten so much closer than it was. Aaron Judge is still the favorite at minus 160 to win MVP. Raleigh is plus 100. To me, Raleigh is a better bet. Judge has been struggling since he got back from the injured list. He's really hitting 210 since he's back. Remember, he's only DHing. He's got the flexor strain. They're saying, oh, it looks as though he could play the field, except Boone said he's not playing the field. Then Judge said he is playing the field, except he hasn't played the field, so he might play the field. But either way, his OPS is only 783 since he's back from the IL, and his MVP odds are plummeting. What do you got, Coca? Stanton hit 200. That's right. He had 3 games, our final series. He needed 1 home run. If you go back to the box scores of those 3 games, coincidentally, also the last 3 games that I was president of the team, 2017, we wanted it so badly. And it just, I remember that, Coca. I do.